Good morning, menopause mommies. I was making me a cup of coffee because I have to go to work today. Look what I did. Yep, it went all the way down the side up. It's fine. You know what? Welcome to menopause, right? So anyway, since I have to go to work today, I figured we'd go over some of the stuff that I take to try to help me cope with everything. So we'll just bust out this little package of cabbage of goodies, because Lord knows there's a lot of it. Gotta be honest, I'm not ready to go back to work. So I work for the local school district, and we're gearing up to get ready to go back. I like having my summers off. At the same time, I don't like having my summers off because sometimes my family's worse than my students. I'm just gonna put that out there. So anyways, that's what it is. So this is a prescription right here, and obviously you can't take a prescription. This is the only prescription I take. This prescription is for migraines because I suffer with migraines. Headaches is a serious thing though with menopause as well. So just so you guys know, if you start getting headaches, why am I getting so many headaches? You might want to talk to your doctor about that. That is a real thing. So yeah, headaches is a thing. Okay, so then we're gonna move right on along here. This here, these little guys, I'm sure y'all have seen these like advertised on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, all those things. Yeah, you know, this is the whole, I'm a waterfall, it tastes like a pineapple. Okay, well, you know what? There ain't no waterfall. You gotta take 2 of these every day, by the way. There ain't no waterfall. I don't know about no dang waterfall. And I couldn't tell you if it tastes like a pineapple or not, because that ain't freaking happening. But it does help my pH balance, and it does help with some of the vaginal dryness. So the vaginal dryness isn't as bad with these as it is without these. So I will say they help a little bit. Enough that it gets me by. They help enough to get me by. So, I mean, you know, if you just got, you know, a little bit of vaginal dryness, you know, stickiness, itchy, those will help. Now, if you want a waterfall effect, I don't know what to tell you. But, I mean, at my age, I could care less about some waterfall effect. Then the next thing that I take is these guys. These are Ollie's Stress. I'm going to be honest here again. I take these more through the summer than I do during the school year because my stress level goes down when I go back to work because my family is just so stressful. I take care of my 87-year-old grandmother who has Alzheimer's. It's a big chore. And then my mother is also beginning to lose her mind, which is great. My daughter's decided to have 2 babies this year, which has added a lot of stress for Mimi. So, I take these. They do help with stress. You know, I do feel like I'm not as tight. So, like before, I would have a large amount of pain that would radiate across my shoulder blades, right through here. Like, so much that I was like, I'm having a heart attack. I'm obviously having a heart attack. You know, got me stressed out to the point, I'm having a heart attack. But if I take those, it does really help. So, those are really good for stress. I mean, they do have some benefits to stress. And I don't even know what all's in them, to be honest with you guys. I haven't even read, like, the label of everything that's in. It's a bunch. I can't read it because I don't have my glasses on. So, but for the most part, it looks like it's all natural. I don't know. So, I take those. Next thing that we take. Okay. These guys. These are Ollie's too. Hello, Happy. Do these guys have me running around dropping, farting rainbows? No. No. They don't. They are not a CBD. They're not going to put you on cloud 9. It's not going to happen. Now, do they keep me from throat punching it, yeah. 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 And they will keep that just a thought instead of a reality. So, that is helpful. That is very helpful. Now, when I take this kind of stuff, cut my head off. I typically add one thing at a time and give it 2 weeks to adjust to my body to see if it's actually doing any good. So like I started with the Ollie Stress and I'm like, okay, these are doing some good, you know. Still wanted to throat punch somebody though if I was in a bad mood, because a bad mood is a bad mood. And stress has nothing to do with a bad mood. I mean, it has something to do with it, but I mean, it's two totally different things. Stress and a bad mood, two totally different things. Two totally different. That's why they're two different bottles. So then I added these. That helped take some of the edge off. So like I said, I just add gradually. I don't add everything all at once. Now, this week, I have started, because my mother feels scarred that she doesn't have enough bail money. Anyways, I found this at Walmart, and so I started taking this week. I started on Sunday. This is Tuesday, okay? The week really hasn't had a lot in it, so I can't really tell you if it's done good or if it's done bad. Today will probably be the test of all tests, because I have to go back to work today and we have to sit through a bunch of boring meetings that we sit through every year, so I know every word that they're going to say, and I'm going to be like, you're wasting my day for this. So, you know, so I started taking these, and we're going to see what they do. Like I said, I don't know. I just started them, so I really don't know if it's good, bad, ugly. I don't know yet. We'll see. We're going to give it 2 weeks and see what happens with these little jewels. There's actually, so the way that you take these is there's 2 pills. So there's a white pill and there's an orange pill, and you have to take one of each every day. That's how these work. So, like I said, I've started this. I don't know if they're going to do any good. You know, I want to be optimistic, because I'm always optimistic when I start these dang things. And I'm like, no, this one's working. And then somebody really ticks me off, and I'm like, never mind. No, it's not. No, it's not. And I mean, 9 times out of 10, it's my husband that ticks me off. So there's that. So anyways, that's kind of just some of the stuff. Well, that is the stuff. That's the stuff that I take for me to help me kind of deal with menopause and its side effects. I know sleeping is a big thing for menopause, and so I'm going to show you this. I can't take like the melatonin and the stuff like that. It has me, I dream terrible dreams. And then I just know they're going to come true because I'm in the middle of menopause. So a lot of those sleep aids and stuff I can't take. Now, I can take this. This is another Ollie product, and I'm not sponsored by Ollie. I just take a lot of their junk. And it's not as bad. Sometimes I will have a little bit of a crazy dream, but it's not as bad. And it usually works pretty good for me. Now, I know one of my friends, she can't take anything to sleep at night because it has the complete opposite effect on her. And she will just be like wide awake. Can't do it. Boop. Boop. She can't do it. Another thing that I've found that works really good for sleep is at night, if I have the time, of course, you know how that goes. If I have the time, I like to take a hot bath, and I will use Breathe Deep from Bath and Body Works. It's one of their essential lines that they have, and either that or the Stressor. The Stressors are a really good one too. And I will wash with that, and I will put the lotion on. And even if you don't like putting lotion on all over, like I know some women don't, if I put it just on my forearms and my hands, because a lot of times when I sleep with like, I'm protecting myself. I don't know who I'm protecting myself from, probably my husband. I'm just ready to fight at all times during menopause. But anyways, and then I have my arms up like this, you know, in the bed, curled up, and that helps with that. Another thing that I do at night to help me sleep is I have lavender pillow spray, which you can find some that is like a St. John's at Walmart, or they have some really good ones at like TJ Maxx. So if you're ever around any of those stores, you might try that. And I'll just spray my bed down like an hour or two before I go to bed. And it's just kind of on my sheets and my pillows. And sometimes that really helps too. So anyways, yeah, that's kind of the routine of getting menopause at bay before I get ready to go back to work, ladies. I hope you guys have a great day. If there's anything that you guys like, let me know. If there's anything that you guys do that you find works better, please comment. Let me know. Share. Let me know that this is something that y'all want to see. And if it's not, then don't like it. So I'll just stop making them. I don't know. Anyways, have a blessed day. And I'm praying for all of us. This is always a struggle. Bye.